Welcome YouTubers, Minecrafters, and gamers alike. My name is D33DZ, and this is Gaming with Deeds. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Gaming with Deeds. We on that Madden 21, man. We getting it in, still undefeated, man. And this week we gonna go ahead and take on the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. So once again, you guys, man, while we getting it in, make sure that if you like content like this, make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you go ahead and click on that like button, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when Deedsville Gaming and Tutorials and Gaming with Deeds got a new video coming fresh out the lab. Also, make sure to join us on our Discord server as well as our Facebook page, man. If you want to get with other people that's basically on the same common goal as you, that's the place to be. I'm your host, Deeds. That's me. Let's jump right into it. All right, man, another week, man, undefeated. Let's keep it moving.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Jaguars, and it's Gardner Minshew, their second-year quarterback, leading the way.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Off play action, it's Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now we see the Packers coming out, their first drive on offense, and at the helm, as always, their 8-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 16th season now, Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The numbers for Jones last week, 16 carries, 59 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to fire
Oh,
one
my
deep
God.
on the field. Strong running. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First pass of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Minshew.
He had way too much time.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. shotgun handoff to Thompson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled it.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Minshew throwing on third down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
Touchdown. Get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the early lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
When you said jumbled, they were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward. In. That throw good for only a couple that brings up third down. Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's the 5-yard line. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being run down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Hey, check.
From the 29, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. are able to stretch that lead out further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This carries into the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense here, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jacksonville.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And the catch good. It's Eifert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Pressure, and down he goes.
They're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. Past the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Packers add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And it's up and good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, go end zone. Touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out.
Test to see how it is. If we need to raise up the level more, I really don't want to, but we're gonna see. I just think that I'm just, doing my thing, but we'll see how that goes.
And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hand off to Thompson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To Thompson on the screen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the side. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more? And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take out all that extra pressure on yourself, on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Minshew, first and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week.
You want the third quarter?
Not that good of a half,
no
but
problem. Let's do it.
we get the ball in the second half, you know what I mean?
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll let this go. It got his man complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big game.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Again, it's Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Now this one to his running back, 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Miller. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
First down, Jacksonville.
Here's Minshew. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. They'll try to punch back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montravius Adams tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. And this a 39-yard attempt. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I was wondering why they weren't going to go for it anyway.
On 4th down, Minshew.
Good
They
deed.
will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end. Comes up with a big stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. Would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times for passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that is incomplete. A lot of foot on. It's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching Charlie, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Come on, man.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Drops it to Jones to the flat. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another.
And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence in their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 28 to 0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1st down.
Now Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. So it's Jaguar football. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Minshew with a throw complete to Shenault. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Touchdown. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you needed to get some...
The tackle made by Caleb Chase on.
2 yards on the pickup. In second and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And off to Aaron Jones. He's brought down at the 40.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now a desperation throw. 1 second left to go. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And it's started short. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she
All right, you guys, this is like this gonna be the end of it, man. I'm just keeping it moving, man. Once again, if you like content like this, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click that like button, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when Deedsville Gaming and Tutorials and Gaming with Deeds got a new video coming fresh out the lab. I'm your host, Deeds. That's me. I'm out.